Good afternoon, guys. Today's video I'm going to show you how to make my favourite slug trap. Unfortunately this time of year there's lots of slugs, it's quite wet out still, and I even had a friend who unfortunately has lost most of his courgettes to slugs. So I'm going to show you an easy trick to help get rid of that problem. So slug damage is pretty easy to identify. It generally can be holes in the middle of a leaf, or it can be around the edge of a leaf. But it looks something like this. This is a sunflower plant I've got, and it's been a bit of slug or maybe snail damage to the leaf. So in order to make this slug trap, you need three things. You need two identical sized coffee cups and a lid. All you've got to do really is cut like two slits in them, maybe about an inch away from the lid, and make sure the other one lines up. So basically cut the outside one, draw on the line, and then cut that as well. So you've got these two slits and more or less line up at the back. The other thing is doing one of them on the inner cup. It's quite hard to get out of my hand. Is make some holes, and we'll come on to why that's important later on in the video. And then you need to keep the lid. The purpose of the lid really is just keep a lot of the rain out of the trap. Okay, so that's all you need. The only other thing you need is some kind of beer. In this case, I've got Doombar Amber Ale because that's what I like drinking. And any ale or sort of Guinness, something that's got like a lot of yeast in it, and there's a lot of like fermentation going on. Right, so once you've made your slug trap, you need to get a trowel, dig a hole about big enough that your cup is going to sit in it and the ground is going to be level with the slits that you've made. So just take the lid off for this bit. Pop it in, so I have to ignore my dogs fighting in the background. Bury it in. Try not to get any dirt in your in your trap as best you can. But you want it about ground level so that the slugs don't really have to climb. They'll sort of just go straight into the trap. That's the idea anyway. Here we go. All right. That's that. Oh, God. Pretty happy with that. Then all you got to do is get your ale of choice and fill it up. So it's maybe about a few centimeters off of the slit. Oh, bit of head on this. And then once done, you just pop the lid on. So the idea with this, the reason we made the holes in it is now, tomorrow morning when I come back, I can lift it out. The beer drains out the bottom, so I can dispose of the slugs, however I wish to. And then I can reset the trap by just carefully lowering it back in, and obviously the beer will come back up through the holes. That's the idea anyway. Just need to make sure your slits all line up and everything, and that you push it down nicely. And the idea is the slugs are going to be attracted to the smell of the ale. You might also get a few other things, unfortunately. Certain beetles might end up going in there as well. But I'm just having to do this just because I've got a bit too much probably head on there. Oh, geez, that might be a bit much. We'll see. Once the slugs are in, they can't get out. And now the reason for keeping the lid is quite simple. Like, keep the majority of the rain off it, so you don't have to replenish the beer too much. This will probably sort of keep working, lasting. If you don't get too much rain for about a week, you can sort of come out each day, empty it. You will have caught a few more slugs each time, and that'll pretty much be it. So what we'll do is we'll come back tomorrow morning and we'll see if we've caught anything. So it's now the morning or the night after we set the slug trap, and it's time to check on it. So here we are. I'm hoping we've caught something. Oh, God. Oh, hang on, there might be some on the bottom. Oh, how does this come out? Oh, here we go. Epic fail. Does it work? Oh, it's like it's swelled. Oh, here we go. Okay. Let it drain out a bit. Oh, there definitely is something in there. Alright, I think all my holes are blocked. So there you have it. That's the end of the video. You can see the slug trap works, and I think there's a few improvements I could definitely make. For example, making the holes bigger so the beer drains out better. But yeah, there you go. If you've got problems with slugs, that's something to try. Obviously, you can buy the organic slug pellets, and that's fine for getting rid of the slugs and things, but things that eat slugs then ingest that potential poison, and that's what we're trying to avoid there. I'm quite fortunate. I've got slow worms and toads and things like that in the garden. Don't really want to be poisoning them, as they do such a great job making sure slug damage isn't too big a problem for me. But yeah, that's something to try. Again, one of the main things is keeping your ground weed free, making sure you pull up any weeds and things like that. And that's the main way we can stop slugs eating our vegetables. So yeah, don't forget, if you like this video, like and subscribe, and we'll see you again for more gardening videos.